Have you ever looked at your life and wondered, why am I still stuck? You work hard. You try to do the right thing. You show up every day. And yet, you're not where you thought you'd be by now. If that feels even a little familiar, I want you to do one thing right now. Stick with me, because at the end of this video, I'm going to share something that could shift everything. It's not a magic trick. It's not a shortcut. It's real. It's simple. But if you apply it, it will change your life, just like it changed mine. You see, most of us were raised with a very specific blueprint for life. Go to school, get good grades, get a stable job, work for 40 years, then retire and enjoy what's left. That was supposed to be the path, the safe path, the one that works. So we followed it. We trusted it. We did what we were told. We gave up pieces of ourselves for the promise of stability. And yet, here we are, more tired, more anxious, still chasing, still surviving. That's when I realized something. The path they gave us, it's broken. Not because our parents were wrong, but because the world they prepared us for no longer exists. Jobs are no longer safe. Degrees don't guarantee anything. Working hard doesn't always mean earning more. And time, well, time is the only thing we can't get back. I remember the moment it hit me. I was sitting on a bus, heading to work. Same routine, same traffic, same playlist in my ears. And I caught my reflection in the window. I didn't recognize the person staring back. He looked tired, like someone who had put his dreams on hold just to keep up with bills and expectations. And in that moment, I asked myself a question I had never dared to ask before. What if I'm not supposed to live like this? That question changed everything, because it opened a door to a truth I hadn't seen before. A truth that most people never realize until it's too late. And here it is. If you only earn money when you're working, you will never be free. Think about it. There are 24 hours in a day. You sleep for 8. You work for 8. You spend 2 in traffic. And that leaves you with maybe 6 hours. 6 hours for your relationships. 6 hours for your dreams. 6 hours to raise your kids, grow, rest, exercise, cook, learn, heal. It's not enough. That's why people are stressed. That's why people are angry. That's why people are giving up. We were never meant to live like machines. But the system benefits when you act like one. So how do we break free? It starts with a shift. A shift in how we see time. A shift in how we see money. A shift in how we see ourselves. You see, I used to believe that the only way to earn money was to work for it. That I had to clock in, give my hours, and wait for someone else to reward me. But then, I learned something that no one teaches in school. The richest people in the world don't trade time for money. They build systems. They create machines that work even when they're sleeping. They write books that sell while they travel. They sell products online. They invest in real estate, stocks, businesses. And it's not because they're smarter than you. It's because they think differently. They ask themselves, how can I turn 1 hour of work into value that lasts for years? That's the difference. And the best part? You don't have to be rich to start thinking like this. You just have to be willing to unlearn what you were taught. Because, let's be real, most of us weren't taught how to make money. We were taught how to work for it. And there's a big difference. Here's something I wish someone had told me earlier. It takes the same energy to make $50,000 as it does to make $500,000. The same focus, the same hours. The only difference is what you're working on. Think about it. Selling phone plans pays 1 commission. Selling a house pays 10 times more. Running ads for a local business can pay $300. Doing it for a national brand can pay $30,000. So the question isn't, am I working hard enough? It's, am I working on the right thing? When I started asking better questions, I started getting better results. I stopped chasing shiny ideas and started building skills. I learned to sell. I learned digital marketing. I learned automation. And little by little, I started creating income that wasn't tied to my time. That first sale, it was $29. But it changed my life because it was the first dollar I earned without permission. No boss, no clock, no ceiling. That's when I knew Freedom is possible, and I want you to know that too. I want you to believe it, because if you don't, the world will keep convincing you to settle. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds great, but where do I even begin? Here's what I tell everyone who asks me that. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow. You just need to start building something on the side. You need to start learning how to turn skills into income. Start small. Create a digital product. Offer a service. Build an audience. Sell something you believe in. You won't get rich overnight, but that's not the goal. The goal is freedom. And freedom is built, not wished for. It's built in early mornings and late nights. It's built in small wins and big lessons. It's built in courage, resilience, and belief. So now I want to talk to you. What's stopping you? Is it fear? Is it time? Is it that voice in your head telling you you're not ready? Let me tell you something. No one is ever fully ready. You become ready through the doing. So do one thing today, one small thing. Download a book, sign up for a course, write your first blog post, open your online store, post your offer. Because once you move, the momentum starts. And once momentum builds, anything is possible. Before we wrap up, I want to give you something. A free resource I made for people exactly like you. People who are ready to stop surviving and start building. Inside, I break down everything I wish I knew when I started. How to pick your first idea. How to validate it. How to build an audience. How to start earning online. No fluff. No ads. Just clarity. The link is in the description. Use it. Share it. Apply it. And when you're done with it, come back here. Because this is just the beginning. If you're still watching this, you're not average. You're not lazy. You're not behind. You're just waking up. And now it's time to build. That's a powerful place to be. Because most people, they never wake up. They live their whole lives asleep. Following rules they didn't question. Chasing goals they didn't choose. Working jobs they secretly resent. Smiling for photos they don't enjoy. Buying things to impress people they don't even like. But not you. You made it here. You're starting to see the system for what it really is. Let me tell you something hard, but honest. The system wasn't built to make you free. It was built to keep you compliant. From the moment you started school, the rules were clear. Raise your hand. Ask for permission. Sit still. Stay quiet. Color inside the lines. Get in line. Do your homework. Don't fail. And what was the reward? A grade, a number, a label that says, you're doing okay. Keep going. That system didn't reward creativity. It punished it. It didn't reward courage. It taught you to fear mistakes. And now, you're out here trying to build a life that requires risk, but you were trained to be afraid of failing. That's why starting feels scary. That's why the idea of building something of your own feels overwhelming. It's not because you're not capable. It's because you were trained not to trust yourself. But here's the truth they never taught you. Failure is not the enemy. Fear is. The people you admire, the ones living life on their terms, they've all failed. They've launched ideas that didn't work. They've lost money. They've been rejected. They've doubted themselves. But they kept going because they knew something you might just be discovering now. Freedom is worth the struggle. Let me tell you something personal. There was a time when I had less than $200 to my name. Bills piling up. Rent due. My phone buzzing with reminders. I had every reason to give up. But I told myself, this version of me dies here. The broke me. The scared me. The employee who waited for someone else to decide his future. He ends here. That moment, that line in the sand, changed my life. I stopped consuming and started creating. I stopped watching other people live their dreams and started building my own. And no, it wasn't immediate. I had months of silence, posts that no one liked, videos no one watched, products no one bought. But I didn't quit because I finally understood something. The only way to lose is to stop showing up. Let me ask you something. How many times have you almost started? You wrote the idea down. You bought the domain. You opened a YouTube channel. You created the Canva graphic. And then nothing. Why? Because you were afraid it wouldn't be perfect. because you were afraid people would laugh, because you told yourself, I'm not ready. But here's a truth that might set you free. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. The internet doesn't reward perfection. It rewards value. It rewards authenticity. It rewards consistency. Start showing up, even when you don't feel ready. Especially when you don't feel ready. Because every time you do, you get better. You become more confident. You sharpen your skills. You learn what works and what doesn't. Let me give you something practical right now. A 5-step framework to help me go from a stuck employee to someone who now earns while I sleep. Grab a notebook. I'll wait. Got it? Good. Step 1, clarity. You can't build what you can't see. You need a clear picture of what freedom means for you. Not what Instagram says. Not what your neighbor is doing. Your version. Is it more time? More impact? More flexibility? Write it down. Step 2, learn a high-income skill. This is the fastest way to break the cycle. High-income skills include copywriting, digital marketing, coding, sales, paid ads, branding, video editing, automation, storytelling. Pick one. Master it. Offer it. Monetize it. Step 3, build an offer. What problem can you solve? Who can you solve it for? Create a simple service or product. No need to overthink. It can evolve. Step 3, build an offer. What? Step 4, get attention. Use social media. Not to scroll, but to serve. Start posting value. Teach what you know. Document your journey. Help people solve problems. Trust builds in public. Step 5, build systems. Automate. Delegate. Optimize. Don't stay a freelancer forever. Turn your skill into a business. Then turn your business into a machine. This is how you earn without trading hours. Let me tell you why this matters. Because if you don't build a system, you are the system. And when you're the system, you can't stop. You can't rest. You can't dream. Because everything stops when you do. But if you build something that runs without you, you unlock the one thing money alone can't buy. Time. With time, you can do anything. Learn new skills. Start new businesses. Spend more time with family. Travel. Heal. Give back. Create impact. Money gives you options. Time gives you freedom. Together, they give you life. And that's what this is about. Not just more money, but a life with meaning. A life on your terms. I want you to think 10 years ahead. Imagine it's 2035. You've either built something or you've waited. What will your life look like? Will you still be stuck? Still making just enough? Still tired? Trading hours for dollars? Or will you have time freedom? Location freedom? Creative freedom? Will you wake up excited? Proud of the risk you took? Grateful for the life you built? Because here's the truth. The next 10 years are coming no matter what. The only question is, who will you be when they arrive? Now, maybe you're thinking, okay, I hear you. I want that life. I want freedom, options, time, peace, but it feels so far away. Let me tell you something real. Everyone who has a life you want once felt exactly like you do right now. They started with doubts. They started with 0 followers, 0 income, no connections, no strategy. What they had was a decision, a moment where they said, I don't care how long it takes. I'm done settling. And from that moment, everything changed. You don't need more motivation. You need to stop negotiating with your limitations. You need to decide, like truly, deeply decide. Let me give you another truth that changed my life. Discipline beats motivation every time. Motivation gets you started. Discipline gets you results. There will be days where you don't feel like showing up, but show up anyway. Because every day you show up, you're building a version of yourself that does not fold under pressure. You're building grit. You're building credibility with yourself. You're proving that your dream matters more than your excuses. Most people never reach their potential, not because they're incapable, but because they wait to feel ready. They wait for perfect timing. They wait for clarity. They wait for someone to believe in them. You don't need clarity to start. Clarity comes from movement. It comes from trying, failing, learning, adjusting. Let me ask you something deep. When you're old, when you're 70, 80, sitting in your favorite chair, thinking back on your life, will you be proud of how you showed up? Will you smile knowing you gave it your all? Or will you wonder what could have happened if you had just started? That thought, the regret of not trying, that should scare you more than any failure ever could. Because here's the deal. You will fail. You will launch things that flop. You will post content no one sees. You will hear no more times than you want. But guess what? Every person who made it went through the same thing. That's the entrance fee. Let me tell you about some of my early failures. I launched a digital product that got 3 sales. I spent months on a website that never took off. I recorded videos that barely cracked 50 views. I wrote posts that got 0 likes. And I was embarrassed. But I kept going. Because every failure taught me what didn't work. And that brought me closer to what did. Fast forward a couple of years. That same person now has multiple income streams. Passive revenue, time freedom, control. Not because they were lucky, but because they didn't stop. Now it's your turn. I want to walk you through 5 practical things you can do this week, starting today, to move from stuck to building something real. You ready? Let's go. 1. Pick one skill to master. Not 5, not 10. 1. Pick a skill that the market pays well for. Here are a few. Copywriting, sales, video editing, paid advertising, email marketing, automation, funnel building, social media management, AI content workflows. You don't need to be the best yet. You just need to be committed to learning. Give yourself 90 days to become dangerous in that skill. 2. Set a 10-minute action rule. Overthinking kills more dreams than failure ever will. So here's what you do. Every day, commit to 10 minutes of action minimum. Open the doc, write the post, edit the video, send the pitch, post the offer. What usually happens? Those 10 minutes turn into 30, then an hour. And that's how progress compounds. 3. Build in public. Don't wait until it's perfect. Document your journey. Share your process. Talk about what you're learning. People connect with honesty. They love seeing your evolution. And if you're consistent, they'll start rooting for you. You'll go from having 0 audience to building a brand and eventually a community. For monetize early, you don't need 10,000 followers to make money. You need 10 people with a problem you can solve. Sell a $97 workshop. Offer one-on-one coaching. Build a digital download. Sell a simple service. Start where you are with what you have. You don't need permission. The market will tell you what's working. 5. Protect your energy. Building your freedom is hard. There will be resistance, internally and externally. Not everyone will understand. Some people might mock you. Others might doubt you. Protect your vision. Don't share your goals with people who think small. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. And when you can't find them in real life, follow them online. Watch their content. Join their groups. Invest in their programs. Proximity changes everything. Here's something else that matters more than people think. Environment is stronger than willpower. If you're surrounded by people who complain, settle, and play small, guess what? You'll shrink to match them. But if you surround yourself with people who are building, trying, shipping, testing, you'll rise. It's automatic. Get into rooms that make you feel uncomfortable in the best way. That's how growth happens. Now, let me bring it home. If you've made it this far, you're not like most people. Most people stop at the first challenge. They watch videos but take no action. They want the rewards but avoid the work. Not you. You're still here. That means something. It means something is waking up inside of you. Something that refuses to live another year exactly like the last. And I want to honor that. So here's what I promised at the beginning. I've created a free step-by-step guide called How to Build Your First $1,000 of Online Income from Scratch. No fluff, just clear steps. Pick your idea, build your offer, launch fast, get your first clients or customers, grow from there. This guide has helped thousands already, and now it's yours. You can download it with the link below this video. And look, if this helped you, if this spoke to you, I want you to do 3 simple things. Leave a comment below with the words, "I'm done settling." So I know you're serious. Subscribe to this channel, because every week I'm posting videos to help you break the cycle and build something real. Share this video with someone you love, because they might be stuck too, and you might be the person who helps them wake up. Let me leave you with one final thought. Your life will pass no matter what. The days will keep moving. The months will keep flying. The years will not wait. You can either keep repeating or start rewriting. You are not too late. You are not too old. You are not too behind. You are right on time for a new beginning. Now go, build something that makes your future self proud. And I'll see you in the next video.